was JSF, and so recently I've been learning Killer Instinct. Like I just got a new PC. My PC can handle fighting games, and I didn't have an Xbox, so some people asked me to play Killer Instinct, and I was like, oh, it is on PC. So anyway, I've downloaded Killer Instinct, and I've been playing through the tutorial. And then the tutorial for that game, and if you go through the dojo, basically they tell you Jago, the base character. I haven't tested every character in that game, obviously, but the base character, the default character of the game, Jago, has 48 frames in his jump, 4 frames of startup, 4 frames of landing recovery or whatever. 48 frames. Now I'm gonna random select in this video and pick 2 random characters, and I'm gonna jump. And I would love all of you to count the frames. I did this. I did this with Spawn before this. Before I'm making this video, I already recorded a video of just Spawn jumping, and I've counted the frames, and I got about 24 total. By frame, like, it's kind of mind-blowing when you look at it, honestly, because by, where are we at? Let's see. Now, let's get to the first jump in this video. There we go. Boom. By literally frame 2, you're in the air. Your feet are off the ground. By frame 3, you're very airborne to the point that by frame 3, if you get hit, frame 3 of your jump, if you get hit, you're airborne, And then, yeah, I mean, yeah, I got about 24 total frames. Like, if I jump, I got about 24 frames on neutral jump, right? Now, I didn't count forward jump, back jump, whatever, but if your neutral jump is 24 frames, like, that's saying that your jump is pretty fast. And mind you, I'm comparing this directly to another fighting game, and that game has twice the amount of air time, basically, as this game. Now, we know jumps are, like, ridiculous in this game, but I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it. Why would you, like, it's like they don't play any other fighting games at all. It's like the people in NetherRealm who make this game don't play any other fighting games and don't realize what they're doing. And I say this a lot. And people may disagree with me when I say this, like NetherRealm has no idea how to make fighting games, or they don't understand fighting games at the highest level, but they say it all the time. They say all the time that, the top players, the pro players do things that we never even think about, blah, 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 blah. And like I watched the video recently, honestly, and if you don't believe me, go on YouTube yourself and look up the video. There's a video of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. I know this is not a fighting game whatsoever, but it's literally the developers reacting to people speed running their game, and there are multiple instances in that video where the developers say, whoa, holy shit, how did he do that? They say, yo, I designed this level and I had no idea you could do that to get that way. I had no clue that was in the game. So like the idea that developers don't know shit in their own game is very plausible. It's very real. And in this situation, it's just like, some of this stuff I guess my point with this video is some of the issues with this game, most of the issues with this game are solved issues. It's almost like fucking Japanese developers still using delay-based netcode and not wanting to use rollback netcode. And Mortal Kombat does use rollback netcode. I gotta give them props on that. This game does use rollback netcode, which is good, but the netcode in this game still sucks ass. It does. The matchmaking is garbage. It's terrible. But yeah, it's almost like that, where it's like, hey, you have issues in your game that are solved. These issues have been fixed already. It doesn't need to exist. It's just negligence on your part. And this is why, like, and I might just be ranting in this video, I'm sorry, but this is why people like me and some other people just constantly criticize NetherRealm, constantly like complain about things in this game, because it's inexcusable. And I understand some people think, oh man, this, like, you guys harass the developers, blah blah blah. I'm not saying go to Ed Boon on Twitter and fucking pester him every single day. I'm not saying do that. I don't agree with that. But I'm saying, like, yo, somebody should fucking Paulo and whoever does the combat design for this game and say, hey, yo, it's a lot of bullshit in y'all game that y'all need to fix. or fix it in the next game if you're done with this game, right? Like, they're teasing characters on Twitter. I don't give a shit about new characters. I want you to fix this. Like, It doesn't matter what character comes in this game. Guess what? They're gonna, you know what they're gonna do? You know what they're gonna fucking do? If a new character comes out, jump in, look, jump in, grab. Jump in, beat, look at the frame data. Look at the frame data. You know what they're gonna do? New character comes out, Rain, cool. Jump in, I'm hella plus. Grabbing you. +9, boom, boom. Or mid, or mid. You know what I mean? Or mid. Or jab, string, auto shimmy. Or grab, you know what I'm saying? Or down 3. Or like it's gonna be the same bullshit. You have to play every character damn near the same way unless you're back here. Like, I'm just saying, man, it's kind of like me seeing this shit. And Killer Instinct is a great game. It's crazy how good that game is. I might play that shit on stream. But it's crazy because they straight up tell you in the dojo or whatever, it's like, hey, Jago, this character jump has 48 frames. And I sat and looked at that screen for so long, I was like, are you kidding me? 40 fucking 8? I know no character's jump in this game has 48 frames. I know it. I know it. And it can vary. It can vary, let me switch. It can vary from character to character. Some characters' jump arcs are slightly different, but for the most part, for the majority of the cast, their jumps are stupid. Jump buttons are pretty active, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty universal, right? Let's make it easier to count these frames. But yeah, it's just like, and I'm not trying to be like toxic or anything, but it's just annoying to see people like, oh, all you guys do is complain about the game. Fam, this game sucks. Like, we love Mortal Kombat, right? I think Nightwolf's a cool character. I love Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I grew up with this franchise. I was born in the 90s. Like, granted, when I was a fucking baby in diapers, was I playing Mortal Kombat? No, not at all. But, you know, when I got a little bit older, I remember playing Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance for the first time. I probably said that story a million times. But I'm just saying, like, there's a reason we play this game. We don't complain because, like, we don't complain just for the sake of complaining and making the game look bad. It's not about making the game look bad. It's about holding your developer accountable for shit that shouldn't exist. It doesn't make any sense. And honestly, if people are gonna keep chilling and shucking and jiving for NetherRealm, the shit's never gonna get good, man. Because you can tell that they designed their game, they designed this game with their fucking heads up their asses, and it's just a facts. It's inexcusable, bro. How you gonna tell me a game that came out 7 years ago fixes this problem that your game has? Your game came out 1 year ago. This game came out 2019. Killer Instinct came out 2013, bro. In jumps, like, granted, jumps have not been stupid in every fighting game, but it's like, how do you not know that? How do you not? This wasn't even an issue in other NRS games, honestly. Like, how do you, like, why? Or was it not an accident? Was this a conscious decision from NetherRealm Studios to say, hey, we want to make this game extremely fucking easy. We want to make jumping super broken. Was that a conscious effort from the developer? And if that's the case, this game is brain dead. You cannot argue that this game is not brain dead and stupid, because I guarantee you, if I take a 5-year-old and I hand him the controller, the first thing he's probably gonna do is jump. Like, it's pretty cut and dry. The first thing I ever did when I held a controller is I either walked back, forward, or jumped. I might have ducked on accident, but I grabbed it by my left hand and I pressed the D-pad. Odds are you'll probably jump, because if you press back and jump, forward and up, you're gonna jump. If you press any direction but down, there's a chance you might jump. Like, it's just the scrubbiest thing. It's the simplest thing. It's literally brain dead. It's high key. It doesn't take any thought. It doesn't take any skill. So, like, and people want, like, I don't want to say people wonder, but in case anybody ever wondered why I don't play in tournaments for this shit, because it's idiotic. This game is stupid. Like, I think too much to play this game at the highest level. It's not that I'm incapable. I'm very good at this game. And I'm not saying this shit to toot my own horn. It's not that I'm, like, incapable of playing at the highest level. It's just there's so much stupid shit you have to get through. Upgraded Jackie exists. Like, you know what I mean? There's so much stupidity. And in a tournament, I can't get mad at him for doing every possible thing to win. Because winning is all that matters in a tournament. So if you scrub me out in the tournament, I cannot honestly be mad at you. It's not your fault. You didn't make this game. But we need to point the blame at the people who made this game. Yes, I would like to see more characters and support for this game. I think that would be cool. I would love to see more ninjas, Smoke, Rain, Reptile, whoever the fuck, Kenshi, whoever they're teasing. I like all those characters. But at the end of the day, man, like, somebody needs to get fired. Like, yeah, like let's keep it 100, man. Somebody gotta go. Like Paulo, who is it? Somebody gotta go. Like this, bro. Like, come on, man. Like for real, it's crazy to me that I almost got mad when I was like going through the Killer Instinct dojo and I almost finished this shit. I'm on like mission 29 or something out of 30 something. But yeah, I almost got mad because I'm like, fam, this game, and you can tell while you're playing the game, you can tell, but like you can tell that you can anti-air somebody, you can react to things, but it's infuriating to see the frames on the screen and then realize the game that came out 6 years later was developed, 5 years later, just didn't do its due diligence, right? Like, this is why fighting games should be made by people who love fighting games. And like, for all the Mike Z fuck shit, he's a piece of shit, but but Skullgirls was made by people who knew and understood fighting games. That's why Skullgirls doesn't have infinites, as far as I know. It has a prevention system. That's why it has the shit that it has in the game, right? Like, when games are made by people who know and understand, or at least, even if you don't know, just listen to the people who sound like they know. I'm not saying listen to the people who are gonna shill and and say whatever you want to hear. I'm talking about the people in the community, because I'm not gonna say I'm the only one. Listen to the people in the community who give genuine criticism. I don't hate Mortal Kombat. I don't hate NetherRealm. I think they don't do a good enough job. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care if anybody disagrees with that. This is a AAA title. This game sells. This is like game of the year type shit. Like, Mortal Kombat X is gonna get put on the new consoles because it sold so well. Mortal Kombat is a huge franchise. When Mortal Kombat games release, they're one of the biggest games to release that year. They might be game of the year that year, not just fighting game of the year. You know what I mean? Like, it's a huge franchise. It's a huge IP, and for you to drop the ball like this due to just ignorance or negligence, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Anyway, test the jumps, bro. Like, if y'all don't know, I will teach you. I'll tell you how to do it. Pause this video when the character's about to jump. Press the fucking what is it? The Pac-Man? I don't know what the shit's called, man. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The fucking arrow key with the period or the comma, and it'll go over one frame. It'll go over one frame at a time. That's what it does. And you can literally count frames on YouTube. You can do it. So I challenge all y'all to do it. You don't have to if you don't want to. But if you want to know what I'm talking, if you want to like verify that I'm not just talking bullshit, this is a way to verify it. And I random selected to get these two characters. I've jumped with both of them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I shouldn't have exited that one out, but whatever. I've jumped a million times. You guys got the data. But anyway, I'm sorry for ranting. I'm sorry. To me, it's infuriating that people can have careers in this. Man, I just love, maybe I'm wrong, I love fighting games, bro. I love the FGC. I know I don't go to a ton of tournaments. I don't know all the pro players or whatever, but I love fighting games. I do. It's a huge part. I love video games, and fighting games are probably my favorite video games, right? And I'm super into this type of shit, and I'm really passionate about it. And it just fucks me up, man. Like, it makes me like, it bothers me to see people in the position to create amazing shit. Like, you have a license to one of the greatest IPs in video games. In video game history, Mortal Kombat is one of the best IPs in video game history. Let's not get it mistaken. This franchise has been going for almost 20 years. It's a great IP. Not to mention, we ain't even talked about Injustice. So for a developer, a company to have this power and to just be so negligent, to just be so careless, like, or to just not even hire the staff. Like, you gonna tell me Warner Brothers is cutting corners? They're not trying to hire people. They're trying to like skim you on staff. Like, what's going on? What is it? Because I would love to know. Because this is some bullshit. Y'all sold us a bullshit product. And you know what I'm saying? You wrapped a piece of shit in gold and sold it to us. You put it on ice for a little bit, You know what I'm saying? You painted it gold, wrapped it up, and gave it to us and said Merry Christmas. But it's when we unwrapped the gift, we were like, oh, this is dope. And then over time, when that gold started to wear off, that ice started to melt, we realized, damn, this is just a piece of shit. All you gave us is a crock of never mind. Anyway, I just wanted to point this out. I mean, granted, I haven't searched for Killer Instinct content, but I hadn't seen anybody say this. But like, can you imagine? We take half the frames of jumping, like airtime. Like some of that frame data is just airtime, right? And we cut that shit in half. We cut it in half. We cut airtime. Like, no wonder jumps are so fucking stupid. They're literally twice as fast as jumps in other games. Between startup, airtime, and recovery, they're literally twice as fast as jumps in another game. Like, it's nonsense. And I'm not saying that, like, they have to be exactly as slow as Killer Instinct or whatever. But, like, to cut that shit in half, and it's, like, I hope y'all know how crazy that is. Like, that's wild. Street Fighter probably the same shit. Never mind, man. I will talk about this shit forever, and I need to stop. So, anyway. If y'all, man, this is a fucking rant. I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe, but if you fuck with me, subscribe, man. If not, hey, it's all good, man. It's all love. I wish everybody the best in their endeavors and their goals and their dreams. I hope you get the girl or boy you're crushing on. You know, I hope you get a great job, a dog, and all that shit. I wish everybody the best. I just wish this game would be fixed and we wouldn't have ignorant developers who are so fucking tone deaf that they won't fix their game, but they want to tease new characters. Hey, guess what? Is Rain gonna have the fucking magic power to balance the game? Is Rain going to be able to throw a projectile in the air that makes jumping less stupid? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, man. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.